Hello, hello, hello. Hi, beautiful people. My name's Amy. My pronouns are he, him. Um, and basically, what just happened is I logged into my YouTube studio and I saw I have 2,601 subscribers. And I'm pretty sure the last time I checked, I was still at 2,500, but I can't remember completely. I think I'm just now learning about it. And so, with that being said, so I'm looking at the projector to look up because I'm looking for this document that I had that I was tracking on my metas. ¿Cómo se dice metas? My goals. Um, and so I'm gonna check in real time. But something's told me to go live and like chill out and chat with y'all. Um, Share this celebration, this moment. Also, my light may like little by little go a bit lower. I need to charge it. Um, But yeah, I'm signing in. I'm checking right now to see. If you're in here with me, feel free to drop down below. Let me know your name, your pronouns, where you're at, how you're feeling, whatever feels accessible. And I'm gonna just pull this up really quick. It was on my support care support plan, I think that I put that in there. No, it's not this email. It's not the email. Okay, I think I found it. If you're just popping in, welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Okay, I'm looking. Enough. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm gonna look at what I had like the last time I like documented it because I don't know. It feels like new, but I could be tripping. But either way, like I'm gonna still celebrate it. Okay, we're looking at 2026 goals. Should I share? Should I share my screen? Should I share my goals? That feels very vulnerable. But maybe we're on that. I also have no idea who's watching this. Let me see who's in here with me. Okay, no one right now, and that's okay. And that's okay. I'm gonna share my goals for the internet to see. Let me look at some of them. Maybe I'll read some of them out loud. So one of my first goals is to get permanent secure housing. Let me see. Is there anything on here? Okay, wait. Wow, y'all. Okay. Yeah, the last time I checked on, I don't know where the other number is, but on where are all the numbers missing on this? On January 24th, 2026. Why can't that's only view only. Which email has access to it? Um, it says I'm listed as an editor. Make it make sense. Okay. So yeah, last time I checked on January 24th, 2026, I had about 2,500. Wait, what? Yeah, 2,590 something subscribers. And today, as I'm making this, I have 2,601. And regardless, I just wanted to take a second to like just sit in that milestone and just be present with that milestone because that feels really big. Um, I was actually talking to someone just the other day about my journey with content. Wait, where'd I go? Before I let go. Where we at? We still here? We still here. Okay, we're still rocking. Also, if you're watching this in the future, feel free drop down below, comment your name, pronouns, or like that's a good question. What color do you feel like today? Whenever you're watching this, you can include like where you are in the world or yeah, like where you're tapping in from, if that feels safe. Um, the point of this all is like I'm just really proud of myself. I can't believe in some ways how far I've come. And I think that because my life hasn't looked a specific way, it's been hard for me to get to this place of like really seeing the like the minutia, the minutia, the small like steps to getting to where I am with content creation or just in my life. Because I feel like I would have before I was just like only celebrating the really big things. But it really is the small things that like build up and then they lead to the big things. And so it's like, and also I don't want to rob myself from joy and expansion and possibility and like celebration. Like I feel like that's something like there's no scarcity around how much you can celebrate. Like there's no limit. And so I much rather have a relationship with celebration that is like I can celebrate the smallest, the small things, or the big things and everything in between, and that's okay. And like that's not going to make the bigger things any less impactful or big. It's just going to make them. It's going to make the steps that I took to get there that much more impactful and knowing and opening for me. And so I said to say is I want to thank every single person that subscribes to my channel. I know. Am I about to apologize? Is that a space I want to? Is that something I want to apologize for? Okay. I want to acknowledge that a lot of you started following me, and while I'm the same person, I have changed a lot. Like so much about me has changed, whether it be, and sometimes I can't even recognize it. Like, but not even just my appearance, but my gender identity and like that, like type of things. But also many of my identities. Like when I first left the United States, I was still calling myself when I first left the United States, I was calling myself an expat, and now that's not terminology that feels affirming or like good to me. I use the word. I either use immigrant, world traveler, or migrant to like describe my like I don't know what that like position or place in the world, like geographic. I don't know. I came out as trans. I've come out as queer. I have becoming become so much more spiritual. I've become so much community oriented. I think when I first left the United States, I was very hyper independent. I had to lose that shit very quickly. So that's another part of my identity that has shifted. Um, I talk different. I'm a lot more like connected to my emotions and my body and my intuition. And I'm also a lot more connected to like my communication and just like being very intentional with like how I want to show up in the world. And so yeah, I want to acknowledge that. And like many of you maybe subscribe to me under a certain context or a certain wanting of content from me that maybe I no longer give. And I just want to acknowledge the tension and like the pain in that, if there is. Like, I don't know, I'm sensitive. So I'm always try to be very susceptible to like the things that are small but big. Like, there's grief everywhere at all times, whether we want to see it or not. Um, the point of this is I want to say thank you to everyone that has rocked with me from then to now. Every single person that maybe forgot about my channel, remembering my channel, or like to the people that like to this day like still check in on me. To like yeah, like just so many things. Um, I just want to take this moment to acknowledge how big it is for not just someone in my body, but at least to me, how big it is that like I've grown multiple spaces on the internet with like thousands of people, and it feels like wild to say out loud, but like yeah, like and it's not about the numbers. I think it's about the feeling of like the numbers. I think remind me to slow down and to appreciate and to acknowledge and celebrate, but also be like it's it's data for a brain that sometimes if I don't have data to back it up, I struggle to understand it. That's not everything, but that's some things. Anyway, I'm not gonna make this live incredibly long. I just want to say thank you for everyone that's rocked with me. I feel like my journey in my life and my way, my path is expanding so much more. I do plan on coming back to YouTube more intentionally. I do plan on building this community. I also plan on following my dreams, like projects that I want to do, whether it's the Key to BIPOC COVID Conscious World Tour, where I'm going to be traveling around the world. I just spoke it into existence. It's happening. where I will be traveling around the world and getting the stories and experiences of queer and or trans. I haven't decided how that language. I think queer and or trans, Black, Indigenous people of color, so melanated Black people and melanated Indigenous people, and probably other might be maybe some POC sprinkled in there. I don't want to count that out completely. But anyway, like I will be doing that. I will be bringing dream cultivating back at some point. I think I also will be like pouring some energy and time into Black and queer and abroad um, when I can as well, and expanding that hopefully, or like figuring out what it can look like now, what it needs now, what I need now. I'm really looking forward to getting permanent housing. That's something that's really important to me. Also, I realize my light is going out. Do I want to do something about that? Maybe not. Um, how bad does it look without it? Oh, it looks pretty bad. um, should I get a different light? Give me 1 second, y'all. But I'm gonna keep talking. Like we're literally on FaceTime right now. Okay. So yeah, it's important to me to continue to follow my dreams. It's important to me that I am living a life that feels authentic to me or that just feels authentic in general. Here we go. Here we are. Okay. Um, I plan on getting top surgery. I plan on starting T, but a lot of that is depending on me getting permanent housing. If you want to support me in getting permanent housing, I do have a GoFundMe down below that you can check out. I'll put that in the description. But I think that I've come so far, and there's so much I want to share. And I think at a certain point of like the amount of suffering I was experiencing, um, yeah, ever since 2022, like from getting kicked out of my mother's home to realizing the levels of like transphobia, of abuse, of misogynoir, like misogyny as well, of like, yeah, just like having to reconceptualize how you perceive people. That and like the grief and the things that tied into that. The grief of like continuously like unraveling and re-raveling and unlearning and relearning who I am, to like relationships changing, like to while doing all that, the travel, and like experiencing so many different things within that, and like language barriers, cultural barriers, and like da, 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 to like I don't know, like the LA fires, so like me getting COVID to and becoming more disabled, to my mom passing away, between the horrible experiences I had around family and disenfranchised grief around that, to the immigrating again. This is my one, two, fourth time leaving the US and coming back. And I realized the other day, like, I had a lot of shame around having to go back to the US. And sometimes it was like things like my mom passed. Like, I needed to be there, I needed to go there. I also did kind of get stuck in the US, but also not, because when I do go, the opportunities of connection that it offers me is beautiful. What is the point? What is the core of what I'm saying? I've been through a lot. And if you'd like to support me in trying to get to better so that I have and cultivate a bit of normalcy and stability and structure and hope and like safety for myself, so that I can feel even more empowered to do things I love and the projects and like the work and the care and the love that I'm trying to put in the world. Check out the link down below, and I really appreciate your support. I'm looking at the light. You're right here. My apologies. I need to drink some water. Reminder for you to drink water if you need it as well. Okay, there's that. Am I pretty much am I done? I think this live is almost over. Um, Thank you again for going on this journey with me. I deeply appreciate it. I'm really grateful for each and every one of you. And while I really wanted to be one of those content creators that could record everything as it's happening, I think there's a certain level of trauma. Like once I hit that thresh point, it's like I have to literally try to survive this. Like book documenting it. Like I'm let me get through this. Let me survive this first. Make sure I survive it, and then we can see what we can do on the other side. Is like some of these things might just kill me. And yeah, it was definitely a different type of survival mode that I've ever experienced. Anyway, I'm gonna end here. Maybe I'll try to end it on 555. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And I will see y'all somewhere, some way in the future. Peace.